In this video, we're going to talk about everything you need to know about industrial design. And while that may sound quite ambitious, let's just give it a go. The first thing I wanted to talk about is your day-to-day experience as an industrial designer will depend a lot on three factors: the industry you work in, the type of company, and the size of company. And these three factors can influence how creative your job is versus how technical it is. It'll influence like whether you are kind of siloed and your tasks are very repetitive, or are you taking on, a wide range of tasks. As an industrial designer, you could work in a lot of different industries, such as consumer electronics, houseware, furniture, medical design, car design, soft goods, and the list goes on. As an in-house designer, you could work for a company that designs, manufactures, and sells their own products. And one of the benefits of being in this type of role is that you're going to gain a deep knowledge into that industry that company specializes in. Alternatively, you could work in a consultancy that works for clients, and the benefit of consultancy work is that you're going to work in a wide range of industries, but have more kind of shallow knowledge of them. One of the fundamental ways of innovation is to take some learning from one industry and bringing it into another industry where that idea is new and fresh. That is something that you're constantly exposed to in a consultancy. Here's an example of how these three factors play out. In my third year of school, I interned at an exhibition design company. The greatest thing about this internship is that I learned that I do not want to be an exhibition designer. It was time well spent. It was a large company, so I was very much in a siloed department. And my projects would be, let's say, 1 to 3 weeks long, and I would only be creating almost like the appearance of the design. So it was very much in the front end of the design process, and never really or going beyond that part of the process. Versus when I did graduate from school, I worked at a consultancy, and it was a very, very small consultancy. So I saw projects as they came through the door, literally with clients, all the way to design for manufacturing. For me, that experience of seeing many different aspects and working on many different aspects of the whole product development process was a lot more fulfilling for me, but it might not be that way for everyone. This was something I wanted to add because industrial design is very exciting, especially when you get projects that you just think are really cool, and you just get, really juiced up about working on them. Is just knowing that as an industrial designer, you're going to work on a lot of things that will never see the light of day. Either you're not allowed to show them publicly, or they just don't make it to market. And so many different things can go wrong in that process, and they are way beyond the control of an industrial designer. Even though as industrial designers, we design things for manufacture, it is not enough to, just go to school and learn how to sketch and CAD and render. You really need to understand how things are made. And if you don't have any firsthand experience doing that, get a hobby where you can practice that. It's one of the most valuable things that I did was learning how to sew. And so whatever your hobby is, just dive in and know that it's going to help you be a better industrial designer. If you're a student, there's a big difference between the projects that you're doing in school and the ones you will do in the real world. The first thing is complexity, and then, like timeframes. The other major difference is that you're going to be working with a lot of people from different disciplines. So, engineers, whether they're mechanical or electrical engineers, you're going to be working with marketing people, project managers, and each of these disciplines has their own perspective and objectives, and you're going to need to find a way to negotiate with sometimes competing interests while also being an advocate for the end user. Next up is job prospects and the future of industrial design. I've seen a lot of comments that say, don't even bother doing industrial design because that's not, there aren't very many jobs, or, there's a lot more jobs in digital product design. There's just more digital products in the world, and there will continue to be. I think it depends on who you are and what you want to do with your life ultimately, right? If you go to government websites and look at the outlook of industrial designer, let's say in the US, it's steady. The number of jobs in industrial design are not decreasing. Is it rising? Will you get a job? Industrial design is a competitive field, which means you will have to work hard to stand out. Your portfolio is everything, and it's really worth putting the extra effort into creating an amazing portfolio, because it's the thing that's going to get you an interview, which is the first step to getting a job. As you progress in your career, your options are either to move up to a more senior role in a company. You could become a consultant and freelance on your own. You could go into academia and teach, or you could start your own consultancy with other designers or professionals from other disciplines. Now, it's actually quite common for industrial designers to team up with, let's say, a mechanical engineer, as the skill sets of industrial design and mechanical engineering are quite complementary as kind of a package to sell to clients. Money. So the median pay in the US in 2021 was $77,030 per year, or $37.03 per hour. Now, one thing that you have to keep in mind whenever you're looking at any salary information, salaries are based on location. Okay, so major cities are going to have higher salaries compared to smaller cities. You also have to keep in mind that major cities have a higher cost of living. What I recommend, if you are looking for, more detailed information about salaries, if you check out the Core 77 salary guide, you can actually look at salaries in specific cities to give you a better estimate of what the current salary is in your city.